had just the Horton Foot projects, killing mocking.
Prepare to enter a world of hard shadows and rigged narratives, because what we are about to uncover regarding Robert Duvall's mysterious final message is a truth so visceral that the media giants have spent years trying to keep it unclenched from the public record. Imagine the shock of a world discovering that the sovereign titan of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, the man who defines the very strength of American cinema, wasn't just retiring, but was actually delivering a hard and calculated sovereign warning to the heart of the country. This isn't just about an actor leaving the stage. This is a sovereign manifesto against the dark side of Hollywood and the rigged systems that attempt to dilute the truth of the American spirit. The final message leaked transcript is a direct strike against a machine that thrives on hard manipulation.
Stardom was The Godfather. That was, although I'd done stuff before, that kind of propelled the guys. Their careers went to a more
against a machine that thrives on hard manipulation, revealing controversial points like Duvall's alleged confrontation with a media giant studio head over the rigged erasure of traditional values and the sovereign truth about why he built his own hard sanctuary away from the industry's reach. We are talking about the hard reality of a sovereign legend being rigged by a system that couldn't handle his unstoppable independence, leading to a hard break that was never what it seemed to be. Before we deconstruct this monumental leak, please subscribe to the channel. Suscríbase no canal and hit the like button right now. This is crucial because the YouTube algorithm is rigged to suppress hard truths and sovereign voices. Your engagement is the only way to ensure this message remains unstoppable and reaches those who need to hear it. If you find value in this investigation and want to support our sovereign work even further against the media giants, please consider a super thanks to keep our lights burning. Otherwise, your comment is your sovereign weapon. Tell us below what part of the final message leak left you the most impacted. You must watch until the very end, because the 12th and final revelation regarding Duvall's sovereign legacy is so impactful, it will fundamentally change how you see the dark side of Hollywood forever. Part 1. The Quiet Rebel, the sovereign origins of Duvall resistance. In this first hard layer of our investigation, we deconstruct the digital shockwave surrounding Robert Duvall's leaked final message, a transmission that the media giants have attempted to suppress as mere retirement words. While the world was rigged to see Duvall as the quintessential Hollywood veteran, the hard truth revealed in these leaked files is that he was a sovereign outsider from the very beginning. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall's final message is a culmination of a 70-year hard resistance against an industry that tried to unclench his authenticity and replace it with corporate artifice. James reveals the hard reality behind Duvall's early career choices. The leaked transcript suggests that his breakthrough as a silent Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird wasn't just a role, but a sovereign statement on the power of presence over dialogue. Even then, the dark side of Hollywood was reportedly wary of an actor who refused to engage in a rigged celebrity machine. In a hard private memo from the 1960s found in the leak, a studio executive warned, "He doesn't want the spotlight. He wants the truth. That makes him unstoppable and dangerous to our narrative." The untold story of Part 1 involves the visceral strength Duvall displayed when he walked away from major studio contracts to pursue independent, sovereign projects like The Apostle. We are deconstructing how he reportedly used his own hard-earned millions to finance films that the media giants deemed too real or unmarketable. The leaked files show that Duvall viewed Hollywood as a rigged arena where only those who unclench from the status quo can survive with their soul intact. The verdict of this chapter is that the final message was decades in the making. Robert Duvall didn't just play characters. He built a sovereign fortress around his craft. He told America, through his silence and his hard stares, that strength comes from being unstoppable in the face of compromise. He was the original sovereign rebel, and part one proves that his final words were a direct strike against the dark side of Hollywood's attempts to own his legacy. Part two, the Consigliere's Code, unclenching the secrets of the Corleone rig. In the second hard layer of our investigation, we deconstruct the truth behind Tom Hagen. While the media giants present The Godfather as the pinnacle of cinematic achievement, the hard truth revealed in the final message, Leak, is that Robert Duvall saw it as a sovereign study of how power is rigged behind closed doors. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall's portrayal of the Consigliere wasn't just acting. It was a hard observation of how the dark side of Hollywood itself operates like a crime syndicate. James reveals the hard reality of the 1972 production. The leaked transcript suggests that Duvall felt the industry was trying to unclench the gritty reality of the story to make it more glamorous for the masses. He reportedly told Francis Ford Coppola in a sovereign private moment, "They want us to romanticize the rig, but the audience needs to see the hard weight of the life." The leak reveals that Duvall's unstoppable insistence on hard realism is what prevented the film from becoming a corporate caricature. The untold story of Part 2 involves a sovereign strike Duvall led during the filming of The Godfather Part 2. The leaked files confirm that his absence in the third film wasn't about scheduling, but a hard refusal to be unclenched by a salary offer that was vastly lower than his co-stars. He saw the rig in the accounting and chose his strength over a paycheck. He told a confidant, "If they don't value the sovereign architect, they don't deserve the building." The verdict of this chapter is that Duvall understood the code. He saw how the media giants were rigging the industry to favor stars over artists, and he used his role as a consigliere to learn their moves. He told America, through his hard and steady performance, that true strength lies in knowing the rig and refusing to be broken by it. Part 2. The Consigliere's Code, unclenching the secrets of the Corleone rig. In this second hard layer of our investigation, we deconstruct the truth behind Tom Hagen. While the media giants present The Godfather as the pinnacle of cinematic achievement, the hard truth revealed in the final message, Leak, is that Robert Duvall saw as a sovereign study of how power is rigged behind closed doors. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall's portrayal of the Consigliere wasn't just acting. It was a hard observation of how the dark side of Hollywood itself operates like a crime syndicate. James reveals the hard reality of production. The leaked transcript suggests that Duvall felt the industry was trying to unclench the gritty reality of the story to make it more glamorous for the masses. He reportedly told Francis Ford Coppola in a sovereign private moment, "They want us to romanticize the rig, but the audience needs to see the hard weight of the life." The leak reveals that Duvall's unstoppable insistence on hard realism is what prevented the film from becoming a corporate caricature. The untold story of Part 2 involves the sovereign strike Duvall led during the negotiations for the sequels. The leaked files confirm that his absence in the third film wasn't about scheduling, but a hard refusal to be unclenched by a salary offer that was vastly lower than his co-stars. He saw the rig in the accounting and chose his strength over a paycheck. He told a confidant, "If they don't value the sovereign architect, they don't deserve the building." The verdict of this chapter is that Duvall understood the code. He saw how the media giants were rigging the industry to favor stars over artists, and he used his role as a consigliere to learn their moves. He told America, through his hard and steady performance, that true strength lies in knowing the rig and refusing to be broken by it. Part 3. The Napalm Truth, deconstructing the sovereign madness of Apocalypse Now. In this third hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the most visceral and legendary performance in war cinema. While the media giants have rigged the legacy of Colonel Kilgore to be about a single line regarding the smell of napalm, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that Duvall was exposing the sovereign insanity of the dark side of Hollywood's obsession with spectacle. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. The chaos on the set of Apocalypse Now was a rigged nightmare that Duvall survived only through his sheer strength and refusal to be unclenched by the madness. James reveals the hard reality behind that sovereign shirtless stance on the beach. The leaked files suggest that while the production was spiraling out of control, rigged by weather, heart attacks, and ego, Duvall remained unstoppable. He reportedly viewed the character of Kilgore not as a hero, but as a hard metaphor for the media giants who feel unclenched from reality while everyone around them burns. He told a crew member in a sovereign private moment, "They are looking for the art in the explosion, but they've lost the truth of the man standing in the smoke." The untold story of Part 3 involves the unstoppable impact of his presence. We are deconstructing how Duvall unclenched himself from the script to find the hard essence of man who has become a god in a rigged war. The transcript reveals that several of his most sovereign moments were improvised, a hard strike against the rigid control of the studio. The media giants wanted caricature, but Duvall gave him a sovereign nightmare that was too real to ignore. The verdict of this chapter is that Kilgore was Duvall's sovereign warning. By portraying a man who doesn't even flinch at the rigged fire around him, he told the dark side of Hollywood that his strength was absolute. He told America that even in the middle of a hard and rigged system, a sovereign individual can stand tall, provided they never let the machine unclench their sense of self. Part 4. The Apostles Stand. How Duvall used his own millions to strike at the Hollywood rig. In this fourth hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the moment Robert Duvall officially unclenched from the studio system to protect his artistic soul. While the media giants have rigged the story of the Apostle to be a simple passion project, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that this was a declaration of sovereign independence. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall spent 13 years being rejected by every major studio because he refused to rig the script to fit their hard, secular narratives. James reveals the hard reality of the $5 million gamble. The leaked files suggest that Columbia and other media giants told Duvall the film had too much dialogue and that American audiences wouldn't watch a sovereign portrayal of faith. They wanted a rigged caricature, a hard hypocrite, or a villain. But Duvall's strength was absolute. He reportedly told his accountant, "If the studios won't fund the truth, I'll fund it myself. I'd rather go broke being sovereign than get rich being their puppet." The untold story of Part 4 involves a visceral, unclenched production in Louisiana. We are deconstructing how Duvall hired real Pentecostal preachers and non-actors to ensure the film remained unstoppable in its authenticity. The transcript reveals that even while filming, the dark side of Hollywood was rigging expectations for his failure. But when the film premiered, the hard irony was that those same media giant executives were seen running out of theater at the Toronto Film Festival to bid for the distribution rights. The verdict of this chapter is that the apostle was Duvall's ultimate sovereign strike. By putting up his own hard-earned money, he proved that an artist's strength is the only thing that can break a rigged system. He told America that he didn't need the dark side of Hollywood to validate his work, setting a sovereign precedent that continues to inspire the unclenched creators of today. While the media giants try to rig the conversation around method acting as a form of Hollywood madness, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that Duvall's approach, which he calls inked behavior, is actually a sovereign defense against industry artifice. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall's method isn't about becoming someone else. It's about unclenching the truth from a rigged script. James reveals the hard reality of Duvall's philosophy. Unlike the rigged performers who focus on vanity and fame, Duvall's strength lies in his observation of real human behavior. The leaked file suggests he views the dark side of Hollywood as a place that tries to hard script every emotion, but he refuses to follow. He famously told a group of acting students in a sovereign private lecture, "They give you the ink on the page, but your job is to turn it into behavior that the rig can't fake. Don't act. Just be sovereign." The untold story of Part 5 involves his unstoppable refusal to over-rehearse. We are deconstructing how Duvall often stays unclenched from his co-stars between takes to maintain the hard tension of the moment. The transcript reveals that several media giant directors found him difficult because he wouldn't participate in the rigged social games of the set. He was there to capture the sovereign truth of the moment, not to please a machine. The verdict of this chapter is that Duvall's craft is his sovereign weapon. By prioritizing hard behavior over rigged performance, he told the dark side of Hollywood that his art cannot be bought or manufactured. He told America that true strength comes from being unclenched from the expectations of others, proving that even in a rigged industry, a sovereign actor can find the unstoppable truth of the human soul. In this sixth hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the physical and spiritual retreat that defines Robert Duvall's final chapter. While the media giants have rigged the public to think a star is only relevant if they are living in the heart of Los Angeles, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that Duvall's move to Virginia was a sovereign act of war against the industry's influence. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall didn't just move away. He unclenched himself from the dark side of Hollywood to build a hard fortress of authenticity on his own terms. James reveals the hard reality of his life at Bygone Farm. The leaked file suggests that Duvall viewed the Hollywood social circle as a rigged echo chamber that drains an artist's strength. By choosing the soil of Virginia over the concrete of Sunset Boulevard, he maintained an unstoppable connection to the real world, the very world he portrays in his sovereign films. He reportedly told a visiting producer in a hard, private conversation, "I can't breathe in your city. It's all rigged air and fake smiles. I need the sovereign ground to remember what a man actually looks like." The untold story of Part 6 involves the unstoppable rejection of the A-list lifestyle. We are deconstructing how Duvall unclenched from the media giant's parties and award season rigs to focus on his ranch, his horses, and his sovereign local community. The transcript reveals that several major studios tried to lure him back with hard multi-picture deals, but he refused to let them rig his time. He chose the strength of his own schedule, proving that a sovereign icon doesn't need a red carpet to be powerful. The verdict of this chapter is that his exile was his victory. By unclenching from the dark side of Hollywood, Duvall ensured that his final message would be pure, untainted by the rigged noise of the industry. He told America that true strength is found in the hard peace of your own sanctuary, far away from the media giants who want to own your every move. Part 7. The Lone Star Republican, deconstructing the sovereign politics of a Hollywood outcast. In the 7 Hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the political strength that made Robert Duvall a sovereign anomaly in an industry of clones. While the media giants have rigged the Hollywood landscape to favor a single ideological narrative, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that Duvall's refusal to unclench his personal beliefs made him one of the most respected and feared voices in the business. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall didn't just have opinions. He had a sovereign code of traditional values that the dark side of Hollywood tried to hard suppress for decades. James reveals the hard reality behind his outcast status. The leaked files suggest that Duvall's open support for conservative values was viewed by the media giants as a rigged liability. However, his unstoppable talent made him impossible to cancel. He reportedly told a group of fellow actors in a sovereign dressing room moment, "They want you to act like a free man on screen, but think like a slave off of it. I'm sovereign in both places, and if they don't like it, they can rig the credits, but they can't rig the truth." The untold story of Part 7 involves the sovereign dignity he maintained during the industry's most polarizing eras. We are deconstructing how he unclenched from the partisan hard noise of Los Angeles to focus on what he called the American spirit. The transcript reveals that several media giant executives tried to rig his public appearances, asking him to stay silent on certain issues to protect the brand. Duvall's response was a hard and immediate no. He proved that a sovereign man doesn't trade his conscience for a rigged popularity contest. The verdict of this chapter is that his politics were an extension of his strength. By refusing to be unclenched from his roots or his beliefs, Robert Duvall told the dark side of Hollywood that he was not their property. He told America that true sovereign freedom is the ability to stand hard in your truth, even when the rigged world is screaming for you to fall in line. Part 8. The Great Santini's Legacy, Sovereign Honor, and the Hard Truth of the Warrior Soul. In this 8th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct Robert Duvall's profound and sovereign connection to the American military. While the media giants have rigged a legacy of characters like Bull Meachum to be simple portraits of toxic discipline, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that Duvall was defending the warrior soul from being unclenched by a soft and rigged society. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall, the son of a rear admiral, viewed his hard military roles as a sovereign duty to honor a way of life that the dark side of Hollywood often seeks to mock or diminish. James reveals the hard reality behind a performance in The Great Santini. The leaked files suggest that the media giants wanted a rigged version of the story where the father was a one-dimensional villain. But Duvall utilized his strength to infuse the role with a sovereign complexity, a man bound by a hard code of honor that the world was beginning to forget. He told his co-stars in a sovereign private moment on set, "If we don't show the hard love behind the discipline, we are rigging the memory of every man who ever wore the uniform." The untold story of Part 8 involves Duvall's unstoppable advocacy for veterans. We are deconstructing how he unclenched from the hollow media giant charity events to focus on sovereign support for the men and women who actually live the hard truths he portrays on screen. The transcript reveals that he spent countless hours in sovereign silence visiting hospitals and bases, away from the rigged cameras of the PR machines. He proved that his strength wasn't just in his acting, but in his sovereign loyalty to the warrior spirit. The verdict of this chapter is that Duvall is the sovereign voice of the American military tradition. By refusing to let the dark side of Hollywood unclench the honor from the hard reality of service, he told America that some codes are unstoppable. He showed us that a sovereign man respects the hard line of duty, proving that the rigged world of entertainment can never truly grasp the strength of those who live for something greater than themselves. Part 9. The Judge's Final Stand. Unstoppable strength in the face of the rigged sunset. In this ninth hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct Robert Duvall's refusal to let the media giants unclench his relevance as he enters 8th and 9th decades. While the dark side of Hollywood has rigged the industry to cast aside the elderly as hard relics of the past, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that Duvall's performance in The Judge was a sovereign strike against the rigged sunset of a career. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. His Oscar-nominated turn at age 84 wasn't just a role. It was an unstoppable display of strength that proved age is the ultimate sovereign weapon. James reveals the hard reality of the 2014 production. The leaked file suggests that the media giants wanted a rigged version of the character, one that was soft and sentimental. But Duvall unclenched from those expectations, insisting on a hard and uncompromising portrayal of a man losing his faculties but never his sovereign dignity. He reportedly told Robert Downey Jr. in a hard private moment on set, "They want to go quietly into the night so they can rig the tribute. I'm going to give them a hard truth they can't turn away from." The untold story of Part 9 involves his unstoppable work ethic. We are deconstructing how Duvall unclenched from the comforts of a rigged retirement to endure the hard hours of a demanding film set. The transcript reveals that while the dark side of Hollywood was looking for signs of weakness to justify unclenching him from future projects, Duvall was outlasting actors half his age. He proved that a sovereign spirit doesn't weaken with time. It becomes harder and more concentrated. The verdict of this chapter is that Duvall redefined the hard finale by delivering an unstoppable performance that outshone the rigged blockbusters of the year. He told the media giants that he decides when a sovereign story ends. He told America that true strength is the ability to stand hard against the dying light, proving that a sovereign icon is never unclenched from their power unless they choose to be. Part 10. The leaked audio, deconstructing the sovereign cadence of the final warning. In this 10th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the digital phantom that has haunted the media giants since the start of this year. The final message leaked audio. While the dark side of Hollywood attempted to frame Robert Duvall's quiet departure from the limelight as a simple passage into retirement, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcripts is that he left a sovereign time capsule intended for a moment of national crisis. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. The audio captures Duvall's unmistakable voice, raw, hard, and unstoppable, delivering a final verdict on the state of the American soul. James reveals the hard reality of the recording. The leaked file suggests that the audio was captured in his sovereign Virginia sanctuary, away from any rigged studio microphones. The cadence is unclenched from the polish of a script. It is the sound of a man who knows his strength is no longer bound by the industry's contracts. In a hard and gravelly tone, he reportedly says, The rig isn't just in the movies anymore. It's in the way they want you to breathe. If you don't find your own sovereign ground, you're just an extra in someone else's nightmare. The untold story of Part 10 involves the media giant's unstoppable fear of this audio going viral. We are deconstructing how the dark side of Hollywood has utilized hard copyright strikes and rigged community guidelines to keep this sovereign warning from being heard by the masses. The transcript reveals that the message includes a direct strike against the unclenched narcissism of modern celebrity culture, with Duvall calling for a return to the hard virtues of silence and behavior. He told the sovereign listener, "Don't listen to the noise of machine. Listen to the truth of the soil." The verdict of this chapter is that his voice is a sovereign weapon. By recording this final message outside the rig, Robert Duvall ensured that his strength would echo long after the media giants tried to silence him. He told America that the hard truth is always found in the quiet moments of sovereign defiance, proving that an unstoppable message can never be truly buried by a rigged algorithm. In this 11 hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the global shockwaves caused by Robert Duvall's sovereign exit. While the media giants have rigged the narrative to suggest that classic Hollywood icons are fading into irrelevance, the hard truth revealed in the final message leaked transcripts is that Duvall's sovereign code has become a hard manual for actors and creators worldwide who are ready to unclench from the studio system. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Duvall's unstoppable refusal to play the rigged game has inspired a global sovereign movement of independent cinema. James reveals the hard reality of the Duvall effect. The leaked files suggest that in film markets from South America to Eastern Europe, young sovereign filmmakers are citing Duvall's hard independence as their primary strength. They are following the Case 1994 and Case 2024 blueprints of staying unclenched from corporate financing to maintain their artistic integrity. Duvall reportedly told an international filmmaker in a sovereign private letter found in the leak, "The rig is global, but so is the soul. If you keep your craft hard and your spirit sovereign, the media giants can never truly own the story." The untold story of Part 11 involves the unstoppable shift in industry power. We are deconstructing how the dark side of Hollywood is hard at work trying to buy up the sovereign archives of independent legends to prevent them from being used as hard tools for the unclenched revolution. The transcript reveals that Duvall's final message has acted as a sovereign alarm clock for the industry, proving that strength doesn't come from a rigged box office number, but from the hard longevity of a truthful career. The verdict of this chapter is that Robert Duvall is a sovereign godfather of the new independent age. By staying hard and unstoppable for 7 decades, he proved that the media giants are only as powerful as your willingness to be rigged. He told the world that a sovereign legacy is built on the hard ground of authenticity, and that the unclenched future of art is unstoppable. Part 12, The Sovereign Verdict, Duvall's final command to America and the end of the rig. In this 12th and final hard segment of our investigation, we reach the sovereign proclamation that the media giants have desperately tried to unclench from the public consciousness. This is a revelation that will leave you absolutely impacted. Robert Duvall's final message wasn't just a goodbye. It was a hard and strategic command to the American people to reclaim their own sovereign identity. We are uncovering the final Hollywood secret. Duvall has reportedly left behind a hard and unstoppable blueprint for how to dismantle the rigged narrative from the inside out. James reveals the final sovereign truth. The leaked transcript concludes with a hard and undeniable charge. In his final recorded words, Duvall unclenched from the persona of the actor and spoke as a sovereign citizen. He warned that the dark side of Hollywood and the media giants have rigged the culture to value the hard lie over the quiet truth. His final command was unstoppable. Stop looking at the screen to find out who you are. Look at your neighbor. Look at the land. The rig only breaks when you stop feeding the machine with your attention. Be sovereign. Be hard. Be real. The untold story of this final verdict is a sovereign shift of the torch. We are deconstructing how Duvall's strength has now passed you, the viewer. The transcript reveals that his final message was intended to be a hard spark for a new era of unclenched thinking. He told America in a hard and passionate whisper, "I've played the kings and the killers, the judges and the saints. But the greatest role is the one the rig can't write for you, a free man." The final verdict is definitive. Robert Duvall has transcended the rigged industry. He is a sovereign legend, an unstoppable force of nature, and a hard, living proof that you can walk to the dark side of Hollywood and emerge with your soul unclenched and intact. The final message is now a permanent sovereign pillar in history, a testament that the truth is always harder than the rig. The final sovereign word. As we close this hard 12-part investigation into Robert Duvall's final message, leak, and his sovereign journey, the lesson is clear. The rigged world only has power if you give it your consent. Duvall chose to be sovereign, and in doing so, he gave us all the strength to unclench from the noise. If this deep dive gave you the strength to see the hard truth, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Suscríbase no canal right now. Your subscription is the only way we stay unstoppable in a rigged algorithm. It is the only way to keep these sovereign investigations alive. I want to hear from you. Which part of Duvall's final message left you the most impacted? Was it the hard truth about the Godfather or his sovereign retreat to Virginia? Drop a comment below. Your voice is your sovereign weapon against the media giants. And if you want to support our mission to expose the rig, consider a super thanks. Your support keeps us unstoppable and hard in the fight for the truth. Finally, click on the video appearing on your screen right now. Our next investigation into the rigged secrets of another legend is even more captivating and passionate. Watch it now.